Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day. So far, another very entertaining day on the timeline last night. The 100 Thieves show match tournament goes down. Great to see all of these Call of Duty legends back in the building, to be honest. And Zuma was absolutely frying. Crimsix with some very entertaining moments as well up against the opposition. Very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, hitting the like button, it's the best thing you can do. Tell this channel reach new people. Please consider subscribing as well if you have not yet already. We're not too far away from 73,000. Getting us over that would be, just lovely to see, to be honest, as we head into the new year and well, green pastures beyond, I'm sure. Firstly, this from Priestahh. Halo sounds tempting, he says. Now, we believe Priestahh is the substitute for Atlanta FaZe. He joined FaZe a little bit ago. They said welcome Priestahh to Atlanta FaZe. Of course, played with a lot of these guys before. Is Arcity's brother, so it makes a lot of sense. At the same time, not sure they ever officially said it, but I think I would imagine that is the case. He doesn't say it in his bio either. But could he potentially play Halo if he wanted to on an amateur level while also kind of keeping up with the pro Call of Duty scene as well? Be kind of an interesting one. But I guess we'll see how that thing goes. Also wanted to mention this from the Scump side of things. Forbes come out with their 30 under 30 yesterday, and on the gaming side, Scump gets included. Honestly, I feel like this should have been a long time coming. I'm surprised this hasn't happened already, really, with especially some of the other names that are on here. But really cool to see. The thing that I thought was kind of crazy, really, about this is the fact that, of course, Scump is a world champion right in the Call of Duty side. This is kind of the bio that Chrome puts out on the timeline right here that they come out with for Scump. So as he says, 26, and to see that he's 26 just makes me feel like there's so many more years left in this guy, theoretically. If he wants to still compete and is still competitive for the next 4 or 5 years, he can still technically do it. We see Clayster, he's going to turn 30 during this season if he competes for the entire year. That's kind of crazy. Crimsix is 28 at this point. And these guys have got, well, probably another couple of years in them, probably, if they wanted to. So Scump definitely has a few years left if he wants to stay competing. Of course, there are going to be pulls and tugs from other directions, but even you see it with a guy like Formal, right, who leaves Call of Duty, doesn't want to compete in that anymore, but still has that competitive drive to actually, when he's playing a game he enjoys in Halo, he wants to get back in business. So I don't foresee Scump going anywhere anytime soon, but who knows how things develop. But as he says, well, as they say right here, Seth Scump Abner is currently the captain of Optic Gaming's Call of Duty League team. He is a 2-time Major League Gaming X Games gold medalist, right? The X Games back in the Ghost and then Advanced Warfare days, you guys might remember, if you're OGs, was awarded the best console player at the Esports Industry Awards in 2017 when they won the World Championship, and has over $900,000 in tournament winnings, including $100,000 for November's World Series of Warzone solo competition. This is what I thought was quite remarkable, right? That they don't mention the fact that he's a world champion in 2017 when he won the Esports Industry Awards, like a console player of the year. They do mention, though, he won $100,000 for this World Series of Warzone tournament. It just it kind of shows really the disparity in a way, but still, it's cool regardless. He built a large following on YouTube, Twitch, and elsewhere, and there's obviously some big brand deals and stuff like this. So cool to see, no doubt. But yeah, I thought it was kind of crazy that they don't even mention he's a world champion, right? But a World Series of Warzone win, that is way more important. This then from 100 Thieves last night. 8 of the greats meet again on LAN in a best of 7 for a chance to get an extra chip on the record. Not sure exactly this is well. Crimsix is going to be able to count this one towards his total, but I don't know, maybe he'll give it a go. It was really good, to be honest. Miles and KT Nameless Enabled, they did a great job on the kind of the desk on this side, the talent front of it. Really great work from everyone involved in putting this together. So yeah, getting these 8 legends back on the stage was just really awesome to see, and there were some great moments in this one, right? I mean, look at this image, right? As Clay says, this picture is 2021. Actually, wild how long it's been since we've all been in the same rooms. Like also, Zuma, Clayster, Nation, Rambo, Eggs. Look at Eggs, he's turning to the side. This is a super old school, kind of Eggs pose that you might do for actually, as if he's actually at a photo shoot, right, for the league or something. Check out Formula and Crimsix. This, just to zoom in, I thought was funny, really, from here. Show Formula and Crib. Obviously, they've had their back and forth the last year or so, and Crib's face, honestly, you can never get a picture of Crib where something isn't funny about the picture. It's just cracking stuff every single time. But anyway, it does kick off. The first thing they do right here is that Aches and Nature have a 1v1 to determine who's actually going to basically pick the draft, or who gets first pick in the draft. So they play a 1v1 here on Dome. You guys will probably know about the legendary rivalry between Nature and Aches, really, from back in the good old days when after Nature won that tournament and then Aches pushed him, and then push comes to shove over the next few years. It was an entertaining rivalry between the two of them, and good to see the throwback really comes through. And then Aches gets to go through and make the first picks effectively, and the teams end up as following. So Nature's team ends up being Formal, Rambo, Ray, and Clayster, and the other squad is Crimsix, Zuma, Jacob, and Aches. So on paper, seem like relatively balanced teams. One of the things you probably have to say though is that if there's any player outside of Clayster and Crimsix that's played the most of Vanguard, it might well be Zuma. And this guy was absolutely on fire this tournament, right? It does make me miss the fact that he's not in the league. Obviously he's doing fantastic things with content, and the flank has been phenomenal for Call of Duty. That is great to see. But if this guy was still in the league, I'm sure we'd get some crazy entertaining moments as well. I'm pretty sure he still would have what it takes, especially based on some of these performances he was putting up in this first half. hardpoint in this first search and destroy here. He clutched a massive 1v2 to take it to round 11, which they won to go 1-0 in the series. And then, I mean, the hardpoints honestly were not even close at the end of the day. The slaying from, I mean, Zuma and Crimsix especially was slaying out of control. Zuma right here is 33 and 19 on a 5 spree. Like, this guy was just absolutely killing it, to be honest. And yeah, on the other side, it wasn't looking particularly pretty for the boys, but that's how things go sometimes, right? Bacage hardpoint seems one of those maps that's just kind of built for Zuma in the way he plays the game. But anyway, they go up 2-0. Then map 3 goes to a search and destroy again, and it goes to a round 11 and they win this one. So I'll have to share with you guys a couple of clips here in just a couple of seconds from, you know, some very entertaining moments in this stream, really. Some of the Crimsix reactions, some of the trash talk between the guys, and then the final map that they played, at least the final map that mattered in terms of the official series to determine the winner before they went and played a few more maps afterwards. Zuma starts off the game 22-3, like it, and they were just finessing so hard. They were up like 249 to 90 or something in the hardpoint, and they just decided to get out the hill and play for kills instead of winning the game. Like the disrespect was being real, and I'll share a couple of clips from this tournament, and Crimsix especially, that were particularly entertaining.
Out of all the lovely gentlemen in the room, who's your very favorite?
I'm gonna have to go with my son, C6. Number 1 draft pick.
Crim, how do you feel about that?
You know, I'm not surprised that Pat won right there. I honestly, when he got off the power position, you taught me better. He taught me better than that. So, you know, Dad, I'm honestly kind of disappointed. 15-11. That at least, at minimum. So, anyways, you know, Pat putting Nate in his place. You know, history repeating itself once again.
Crim, the people have a very important question for you. But I got to say this. You're the best Call of Duty player of all time. You're old as hell. You've been playing for years. They want to know, what about it works for you?
Well, you know what? I still don't know how to answer that question, but I'm going to be... Yo, shut the hell up while I'm doing an interview. God, Italians, they don't listen. They just don't listen, okay? But what I was saying was, I'm about to go take a piss right now. I just pissed on them sitting down, and now I'm about to go piss sitting down as well because I like it. I enjoyed it. It's very comfortable.
Hey, we gotta win this. Hey, yo, he's pissing sitting down. I don't know what's going on. Crim still doesn't have an answer to that question. It's been a decade now. 2-0 teammates, though, guys. Hopefully, Nadeshot and Co can do anything because it just looks very easy for Pat and the boys over here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. That was probably the most dominant performance I've ever seen. Pat, it was easy. You know, well, Crim, you don't deserve the belt. Oh. I'm a grown-ass man, so I'm not putting it on you. Pat, pay attention here. I have a question. What do you have to say to all the Nadeshot fans out there, everyone watching? How do you feel about this series?
I mean, it's the same how it was back in the day, but yeah, that was bad, Matt. You might be a pet rock, bro.
I think, wait, is this where Matt shoves Pat?
Oh, yeah.
Just thought this was a great image really here from JP Grez, the alternate reality timeline where Eggs led 100 Thieves squad, it doesn't go 0-9 in balls and wins Anaheim 2016, right? Like, who knows what could have happened there if you guys remember the 100 Thieves squad from back in 2016 when, I mean, they got completely, I'm pretty sure they went 0-12 actually at this tournament, they, in terms of map count at least, like including pools and whatever happened in the brackets, they just got completely botted out of there and didn't even win a single map of that tourney with Eggs leading that team. But of course, the next year he came back and, or a couple of years later, came back and won the World Championship in World War II, which is kind of crazy. But who knows whether this team actually could have formed up back in the day. Like, I mean, look at the quality of this series, just great stuff. I mean, father and son, right? Master and student, I guess, between Eggs and Crimsix, as in that clip you guys just probably saw if I played it on screen. Also, this one was hilarious, right? I mean, you know, what Crimsix is up to, man. Like, if you interview this guy, you never really know what's going to come out of his mouth. And, you know, this is kind of a throwback to the good old, like, what about it works for you days. I forget exactly what the name of the interviewer is, but it was during one of these, like, really old school tournaments when Crimsix had a buzz cut going on. Like, this is way back in the day. I mean, yeah, no, here it is actually. Yeah, this is the classic day. The cut isn't actually as short as I remember it being, but you know, this is just a legendary esports moment, to be honest. It's good to see it reenacted, at least to some degree in the modern time. There was also this as well, so Crimsix continued on, the series kind of continued onwards, and they played like Oasis and stuff, even though like, you know, the series was over, like a winner had been determined, but they wanted to continue on and keep the show match going, and Crimsix gets assassinated in back-to-back rounds by Ramo Ray. Like, honestly, remarkable scenes.
The cape. Oh my god! Oh my. Put the camera on me.
Yo! Back to back!
How the fuck are you guys?
That was elite.
Hey, you stupid shit!
He's so pissed.
That was downright disrespectful.
That's not right. That's some legendary. Right, that's it.
It's a great tournament on the whole, and good times to see these guys well, competing, of course, but, you know, they've got a real job to do, at least, well, some of the players have. As Miles says right here after killing it on the broadcast, got to watch LA Thieves scrim in person after the Legend Show match. Today was a vibe, right? So cool stuff to see. This is their setup now right in that facility, so they're over there in LA, and we will have to see what happens on that front, right? Because we hope, well, at least with any luck, that, you know, we're going to have a lot of land this season, which means these guys will probably be flying out left, right, and center. If they have to play online from the LA facility, things might not be so good in terms of internet connection. There's certainly been players that have talked about that before, like Slasher, especially during the Modern Warfare season. I'm sure you guys may well remember. Of course, not on this team anymore. This also from Zuma. Look, he's in town at Benjay and Asim out the flank. Like yeah, the boys are back in business. They're having a good time. It's kind of strange in a way that the flank hasn't been as prevalent the last few weeks or so as maybe I expected it to be in the off season. I imagine this is a particularly busy time for Ben and Co. Just because you know, Esports Engine are probably doing all this stuff with Halo, and because they're killing it with Halo, there's probably other publishers and organizers and stuff like this reaching out to them to say, like, you know, hey, can you run our tournament for us and this type of stuff? And I'm sure Ben's a busy man right now, and getting the schedules aligned and everything sorted is probably going to be a difficult time for them, at least at the moment. But I suppose we'll have to see how things go going forward. And also, just to mention this, if you guys wanted to check out this tweet, I'll leave a link down below on the references, all that good stuff, just because I thought this is kind of cool, really. The call-outs that subliners have for Tuscan, Bacage, Berlin, and Kavutu, whatever, like the four maps that are currently played right now in the hardpoint side of things. Whether that will change over time, we shall see. But I mean, yeah, the callouts are pretty intense, frankly. Like, there's a lot of stuff over here. But if you guys want to check this out, I'll leave a link down below. And yeah, this is what they're going with at the present time. So if you're not really sure what to call certain elements on the map, then you know, this is something that you can potentially use as some sort of resource. But very much intrigued to your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button. Tells the YouTube gods this is a good video, and I was like, you should see it as well. And I'm growing the competitive Call of Duty community. Thank you for watching as always. Take care, and I will see you next time.
When we got back, and he went at one point. He went 4-20 in 2 maps combined in the finals, and I was like, "Oh man, he gassed himself out so bad, like so bad." And after all the trash talk and everything, and now like TacticalRab's thumbnail, possibly the greatest thumbnail that YouTube has ever seen. If you haven't checked that out already, Call of Duty community, get together, band together, check out Rab's latest thumbnail. It's the best and or worst you've ever seen, friends. But it's been, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, guys, Vanguard.